This is Axel, and whether you like it or not, I'm back. Back in black. Down, banana. There are no parachutes! The "there are no parachutes" cliché. Falling out of the sky at terminal velocity with an aeroplane falling to bits around you. Yes, that seatbelt will save you. It will definitely save you. The game begins in a needless flash-forward cliché. Ouch! I've seen how this ends in 127 hours.
I don't want to attract attention.
I'm on my way.
How is she getting such clear reception when she's like 1,000 feet underground? Also, if you don't want to attract attention from Trinity, maybe get off the walkie-talkies where anyone can listen into your channel/frequency. Wait, she had that climbing axe on her? Why didn't she just use the sharp end of the knife to dislodge the rock from her leg? I guess it wasn't as dramatic. I want to know Laura's cardio regime. She can climb countless cliffs and mountains, and not once in the game is she ever short of breath after a steep climb. They're trying to blend in and not cause any suspicion. So what does Jonah do to distract the Trinity guards? He speaks perfect English in the heart of Mexico. Also, Jonah and Laura mention that they have already taken down the other Trinity cells. Wouldn't they be on Trinity's most wanted list? They should know exactly what both Laura and Jonah look like. The game immersion mode is more of a distraction than immersive. It makes the NPCs speak in their native language, but Laura keeps responding to them in English and somehow they understand her. Remember in Tomb Raider Legend when the soldiers start speaking in Russian because they think Laura can't understand, and then she hits them with the Russian? That was badass.
Through the gate. The code is K1879.
Спасибо. As you liked him in your dachi.
That was badass. Laura should have been able to speak Spanish and Yucatan Maya if you want to introduce a mode like this, or weave it into the story that she can't understand everything people are saying. Other than that, just have everyone speak English, and we'll all suspend our disbelief.
Jonah, I'm entering a cave. We may lose contact.
Copy that. I'll keep an eye on Trinity out here.
Don't worry, Laura. You didn't lose contact when you're in the underground tomb. You won't lose contact with Jonah now, unless, of course, because plot. Then you'll lose all contact. There's no way she doesn't drown here. She's already been under for a long time, and now she's slightly stuck whilst trying to get to the surface. Also, when you're desperate for air, why would you slow down, even before you got stuck? She still had plenty of room to keep moving up without much difficulty. I can understand Laura's reasoning in pulling the dagger. She doesn't want Trinity to get their hands on it, but her immediate shock after the dagger triggers a cataclysm is ridiculous. She literally just saw a mural of the dagger causing earthquakes, tsunamis, and massive storms. The AI can be really stupid sometimes. This guard should have seen Laura in the corner of his eye. He's 2 feet away from her. At the very least, he would have noticed the shaking leaves.
Operation Blackout has been initiated.
I wonder why they always give ominous names to their missions. Operations Blackout? Well, not Operation Rainbow. What if one of the archaeologists overheard them saying Operation Blackout before they were all murdered? They might suspect something ominous.
Base camp, this is Gamma Leader. Where's our backup?
Tomb Raider isn't the only culprit, but why do people never yell in stealth takedowns? If my knees buckle, I'm immediately crying out like a little f***ing bitch to let everyone feel my pain. All these blokes decide to die like good little NPCs.
Where's the silver box of Isha? Give it to me.
It's in a safe place.
Laura has the worst poker face in the history of history.
But without the box, the apocalypse, the death of the sun.
It's so hard to believe that the Mayans had this power in their hands and no one ever used it. Fate of the world type stories work well for some things, like the Avengers, perhaps, but the thought that Laura triggered the apocalypse by pulling that dagger is almost comical. Another sequence with ridiculous amounts of time underwater without drowning. Just gonna add, 20 sins here for every time Laura becomes Aquaman. Or, Aqua Woman. Crash landed into a tree with only a tiny seatbelt to hold her. A couple of bumps and bruises, but nothing broken. All good here, nothing to worry about, folks.
Jonah! Miguel!
Miguel? What? Laura, you saw him get hit by a rocket 200 kilometers per hour. He's dead, girl.
I never should have taken that dagger. I hope no one else was hurt. No other village destroyed.
No other villages destroyed? When did the word apocalypse lose its meaning? She healed mighty quick.
Miss Croft? Anyone? Come in.
Miguel? Where are you?
What the f***? Miguel is alive? Wait, let's rewatch this should-be death scene. Alright, you know what to do, Mr. Sin Counter person. Or Mrs. Sin Counter person, if you're a woman. Add 20 sins on that bitch.
Clever girl.
So why doesn't the Jaguar just eat her alive right there? It must know that Laura is the hero of the game, so she can't die.
Got to be careful here.
You think? Discount Tarzan, discount Alien, also discount Predator. Laura and Jonah hugging after almost dying is a cliche in its own game. Honestly, the friendzone vibes are a bit on unbearable levels.
Oh, gotcha. You right?
Says got you, but moves his hand over to get her 2 seconds later after she almost fell to her death. Feels like if they could just break some of those branches and crawl through the wide open hole, instead of trying to lift 300 pounds of stone. Discount Uncharted. I just had to. Just had to. When it's gameplay, it can be forgivable when the NPCs don't see the main character, though we will never forgive it. In this case, though, it's a cutscene, and there's no way the driver of the truck didn't see Laura prancing off the road. Alright, this is the last time we'll mention the blind NPC phenomenon. We'll just add another 10 sins here and be done with it. Damn, they might as well put Laura on the Lakers with these hops.
It made hissing sounds and moved so fast.
Laura, that sounds like the legend of the Pistaco.
Something that makes a hissing sound and moves fast, and she automatically thinks it's about some Incan legend. Maybe it's a giant snake, did you ever consider that? Discount Spider-Man. Or Spider-Woman. The right place, right time cliche.
I can help you.
Get back! You don't belong here!
I know it'd be almost impossible to play and enjoy the game without understanding the characters, but it's really jarring when people from a hidden city that's been cut off from the rest of the civilization for hundreds of years can speak perfect English. The just in the nick of time cliche.
This is Paititi. You're already here.
Paititi, the hidden city.
The hidden city cliche.
Follow Esley. Your clothing won't hide you long from these guards.
These clothes shouldn't hide her from the guards at all. I think a Caucasian woman would stand out in a city of indigenous Peruvians. Wait, why are these guys now speaking in their native tongue? They probably didn't get the English script. It would have been nice if they gave Laura a different from-the-back kill animation. It gets repetitive when you see the same stab in the neck for the 85th time. Trinity has been shown to constantly blow its way into tombs and passages with explosives, and yet with this snake door they didn't do so. So inconsistent characters are inconsistent. Convenient shotgun is convenient. Zombies.
Look at all this. What's behind that door?
The hero speaking to themselves cliche. Convenient shoe size is really convenient. Isn't it just great when you happen to eavesdrop on a conversation and your enemy reveals what happens to the items you are looking for? It happens to me all the time, it's great. Whoa, did she even know how deep that pool of water was before she jumped from 100 feet above? What if it was only 3 feet deep? She'd be a dead piece of craft. She's right there, Rourke, just shoot Laura. Now, yeah, okay. You might be saying, well, they want her alive, so that's why they didn't shoot her. Alright, well then shoot her in the kneecap for f***'s sake. And just take her where you need to go to solve some Asian Mayan Sudoku. So they clearly don't care if Laura is dead or alive, which makes Rourke's non-shooting all the worse. Add 5 sins. Discount Saving Private Ryan.
Hello, Lara.
Who is this?
I've suspected you've been monitoring my communications since Mexico.
Rourke.
Commander Rourke. You've been listening to me, and now I'm listening to you.
It took them 2/3 of the game to finally tap into Laura's communications, even though they've known about her from the beginning of the game, and have known that she's travelling with Jonah, adding 5 sins for Trinity's mind-boggling incompetence. Discount Apocalypse Now. Actually, this is way cooler than Apocalypse Now. Damn, remove 20 sins?
Some kind of chalice?
Chalice, that's not very Mayan.
This is super nitpicky, even for us, but the subtitle says Maya, even though she said Mayan. It's just hard to figure out the logistics of all these clues, secret entrances, and traps. Surely Lopez didn't create all of this on his own. What are the chances that one of his workers or engineers wouldn't have stolen the box themselves? Or given the directions to a friend? Naught. That's what we say. Naught.
He led us on this goose chase. He sabotaged every clue.
All to keep this box from Trinity.
But why leave all the clues if you didn't want anyone to get the box? With the amount of times that Laura randomly falls into the water, you would think she would just start wearing a bathing suit instead of her normal clothing. Where did the box go? She had it in her hand, then suddenly it's gone, but later when she's out of the water, she has it again. Wouldn't it have made a great sequence to have her swim slower because she had to carry the box, making the swimming section much more difficult? Geez, I know we said we'd be done with this, but she doesn't even come up gasping for air after being in the water for 5 minutes. Just... fuck it.
But the death of the sun draws near.
We'll get it back before he completes the ritual.
This will not be easy. We'll have to adjust the plan. Please, take your time to prepare yourself.
Take your time. You literally just said that the death of the sun draws near. More like hurry the f*** up.
They'd be trapped.
No approach is without risk, but...
Yes, 12-year-old boy, and what do you think about this life and death attack we're about to embark on? The 1 second too late cliché. Somehow Laura was literally able to kill a god. Let that sink in. If Laura would have actually died in the end instead of, you know, whatever they just did there, it would have made this ending one of the greatest of all times. Even after all the missed bullets and helicopters dodging, she still pays the ultimate price and makes the ultimate sacrifice. Could have been epic. There's plenty of side missions, but most amount to simple fetch quests. In fairness, that's how most side missions are in games, but still. Close quarter combat can be clunky. Laura works way better in full stealth or mid to long range. That's okay, except for the fact that you're put in tons of close quarter combat situations. No dual wielding. Crafting has somehow gotten worse than in previous iterations. Sorry, did I say crafting? I meant crafting. It's a confusing and jumbled mess that is beginning to be simplified. Sometimes Laura's drive and motivations feel too one-dimensional. That makes Laura bland and builds her out to be just a girl with big daddy issues. Of course, that's what she's always been, but I was hoping we'd move beyond that in later games. Laura's jumping and traversal can be clunky at times. She doesn't always jump when you want her to, leading to a frustrating fall and reset. Swimming would have been a great addition, but Laura can breathe underwater for too long, so it takes out the tension in the swimming sequences. Dead piece of craft. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Is this microphone on? Hello, can you read me? GamingSins population! Yes, hello. This is Axel, and whether you like it or not, I'm back. Back in black. Down, banana. Okay, I'll stop singing. The Laura should have died, but miraculously lived because it's the fucking Terminator bonus round. You know, I don't want to be sexist by calling her Aquaman, but of course, you know, nowadays we're saying things like actor. Everyone's an actor. Females are actor, males are actor. We're not saying flight stewardess anymore. We say flight attendant, I think. So, you know, let's just say, it's just going to add 20 sins here for every time Laura becomes Aqua person. There we go. See, everyone's included then. Everyone's included. Not only would it be practical, but I personally would love to see Laura in a bathing suit. Damn, they might as well put Laura on the Lakers with these hops. What? Who the f*** are the Lakers? Who are they? Who are the Lakers? Who are these people that we speak of right now?
No, they're a basketball team, Axel. They play basketball.
Basketball? What the hell are you speaking? Is that the game with the hoops and the leather the old leather pumpkin? Is that basketball? Discount Spider-Man, discount Spider-Woman, discount Spider Undecided. Whatever your views, we've got you covered.